Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the concept of understanding the variables and the storage classes in the C. So what is this storage classes in the C language and how these are related to the variables? Let's try to see. So normally when defining a variables in the C language, I will try to write this here. So when defining the variables in a C language, we typically specify their type like int, float, etc. like this. So int A, int B, like this will be mentioning the type of the variable, what type of data type it will store. However, another critical aspect of a variable is its storage class. So another type also we need to mention, that is nothing but a storage class, which governs how the variable behaves in terms of storage, initial value, scope and the lifetime. So by mentioning the storage class for a variable, it will mention you how the type of the storage, initial value, scope and the lifetime. So now in many cases, so normally we don't explicitly mention the storage classes. In many cases we don't explicitly mention a variable storage class in our programs because storage classes have defaults. So the compiler assigns a default storage classes depending on whether the variable is defined or not. So if you don't mention the storage classes for that one, means the compiler automatically assigns a default storage value. So what is the default storage value? We'll try to see it. So now what does a storage class determine? So for example, let's say that if you have defined a storage class for this one, so what does it determine? Let's try to see. So it determines something like 4 features for that one. So here I will try to show you that one. So a variable storage class answers the following questions. So when you mention a variable with its storage class means, so it will have these 4 features. What is this one? So where is the variable stored in the memory? So in the memory where the variable has been stored. And what is its default initial value? So what could be the default initial value? If you don't have an initial value for that one, so by saving that one in the default initial value, so we can able to determine by its storage class. And what is its scope? That is, to which parts of the program is it accessible? So how many parts, so to which block or something like that, the scope of the variable will be. And what is its lifetime? That is, how long does it exist in the memory? So these are the 4 things that we can able to understand if we have a variable mention its storage class. So what are the different types of storage classes available in the C language? So if you try to understand, the C language provides 4 storage classes. The one is the automatic, which is called as an auto, and another one is register, static, and the last one is the external. So these are the 4 different storage classes that will be used in the C programming language. So if you don't mention any storage class means by default it is an automatic. So in this video we will try to learn about the first one, is that is nothing but automatic storage classes. So what is this automatic storage class? So let's try to understand this one. So here, automatic storage class. The first storage class, automatic, is the default for variables defined within a function or a block. Here are its key features. Storage. So where it with I told you the 4 things, right? The storage, initial value, scope and the lifetime. So for the automatic storage class, so what are the 4 things that will be determined? Stored in the memory. So that is something like RAM or something like that. So stored in the memory. Default initial value contains an unpredictable garbage value if not explicitly initialized. So what will be the initial value? If you have not been initialized means it contains an unpredictable garbage value. Scope, local to the block in which it has been defined. So it will be defined in its local block only, the parenthesis which it has been mentioned. Lifetime exists only while control remains within the block where it is defined. Once the block ends, the variable is destroyed. So this is the thing. Exists only when the control remains within the block where it is defined. Once the block ends means the variable is destroyed. So this is all about the 4 features when you declare a variable with the auto. So let's say that we have consider a simple example. So I will try to show you a simple example. Here we are having an int main. So we have mentioned its storage class auto, and here I and j are automatic variables. Since they are not explicitly initialized, they contain the garbage value, random values left in the memory at their allocated address. So when you run this program, what will happen? Automatically you will be able to see some garbage value. The garbage values vary each time for the program runs. So you don't think that the same output will come for you. So the different values also it may come for you. So this is the thing. So the next one example which I wanted to show you is the scope and lifetime of the automatic variables. Now you understood, if you don't have an initial value means the garbage values will be printed. So here we are having the scope and thing. So here the three variables I are defined, each in a different block enclosed in a parenthesis. So here we have defined auto int I, and here we have an auto int I, and here we have an auto int I. So now three variables and named I are defined, each in a different block enclosed with a parenthesis. The innermost I has the highest priority when accessed within its block. So the innermost I. The printf statements, the first printf inside the innermost block prints 3. Okay, so here it will print the 3 and has a value of 3. So now once the innermost block ends, the variable I with value is destroyed, and the second printf refers to the I in the middle block, that is nothing but printing 2, and this one prints the true. And after the middle block ends, then the printf value, then the final printf refers to the I in the outer block, that is nothing but I is equal to 1. So here it will print the 1. Now the output of the program will be 3, 2, 1. If you try to see. So this is how you will be able to see the scope and lifetime of the variable, when it will be destroyed and when it will be present. So now the scope, each I is local to its respective block and does not affect variables of the same name and in the other blocks. Lifetime, if you try to see the lifetime for this one, variables only exist while the program control remains within their defining block. And automatically, for example, let's say that here this is the block, right? Up to here only this variable will be existing. So here up to here only this variable will be existing. So here, so what it will be trying to do? Sorry. So here to here only this variable will be existing, and here to here only this variable will be existing, and here to here only this variable will be existing. So now int I is equal to 3 means, if you try to observe carefully, so up to here only this int I is equal to 3 will be remain. So now when you try to printf, I is equal to 3 will be print. So when it comes out of the block, out of the scope, so this I is equal to 3, this variable memory will be destroyed, and now you will be able to know that the I value right now holds is the I is equal to 2. So now here it has printed the 2. And now when it comes this one, so I is equal to 2 is also, the memory also, lifetime also has been completed, it will be destroyed, the memory will be destroyed, and here you will be able to see the I is equal to 1. So in this way the scope and the lifetime of the variables. So the variables only exist while the program control remains within their defined block only. So after the defined block is there means the variables automatically it will be destroyed. So this is what about the storage class, automatic storage class. So this is the default storage class which you will be mentioning. If you don't mention this one, auto means by default these are auto only. So if you don't mention this one, by default these are auto only. So you will be able to see the same output. So if you mention exclusively as an auto means, then it is an auto. So if you don't mention it means also it is an auto. So if you want other variables to be defined means you need to mention it with their name. We will try to see it in our upcoming videos about the other different storage classes also. So now you understood about this one, right? So hope you understood about this automatic storage class. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.